Love across time zones. Love is hard enough when you're in the same room. But what happens when the person you love is 1,000 miles away, living in a different time zone, with a life that doesn't always align with yours? It's the kind of love that stretches you, challenges you, and makes you rethink what it means to truly be close to someone. We met online, in a place I wasn't expecting to find love. At first, it was just casual conversation, nothing too deep, just sharing thoughts on music, on books, on things that didn't really matter. But over time, something shifted. There was an ease in our conversations, something that felt like we had known each other much longer than we actually had. It wasn't just about the words we exchanged. It was the way we understood each other, the way we filled in the silences, the way our lives seemed to align without even trying. But then came the distance. He was living across the world in a different time zone, thousands of miles away in a place I had only dreamed of visiting. The time difference made everything harder, turning simple moments into small challenges. When he was awake, I was asleep. When I wanted to talk, he was at work. When we finally found time to connect, it was brief, just a few minutes between the demands of life, stretched out by hours of waiting. At first it felt frustrating. I didn't understand how we could make this work, how we could build something meaningful when everything seemed to be against us. I'd lie awake at night, staring at my phone, waiting for a message from him, knowing he'd be asleep when I sent mine. I felt like I was giving more than I was receiving, like the distance between us was growing with every passing day. But something changed when I realized that love isn't just about proximity. It's not about being physically present with someone all the time. It's about the connection that stays with you, even when you're miles apart. It's about understanding that the silence isn't emptiness. It's just space waiting to be filled. And I learned that love, even when it's far away, can be just as real as the love that exists in the same room. We started to adapt, to find new ways to be close to each other. We sent voice messages, long texts that would stretch over hours, telling each other about our day, sharing our thoughts, making sure the conversation never truly ended. We had our routine, our rituals, our nightly video calls, where we would talk until one of us fell asleep mid-conversation, just because it was the only time we had. We learned how to love each other without being physically close, how to build something meaningful from across the world. And somehow it worked. There were still challenges, still days where the time difference felt too much to handle. But love isn't about perfection. It's about making the most of what you have, even when it feels like it's not enough. We found our own rhythm, our own way of making it work. And in doing so, we grew closer, not farther apart. Love across time zones isn't easy. It's waking up at 3 a.m. to talk to someone halfway around the world. It's sending a text at odd hours, knowing that they might not read it until the next day. It's making the effort to stay connected, even when it feels like you're drifting away. But in all of that, there's something beautiful about it. There's something beautiful about loving someone so much that you'll cross any distance to be with them, even if that distance is measured in time zones. When I finally visited him, it felt like I was meeting someone I had known forever. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't strange. It was the most natural thing in the world, as if all the moments we had shared in the silence of time had already built the foundation of our love. It was the kind of reunion that felt like home, even though it was the first time we'd ever been in the same place. Looking back, I realized that the time zones never really mattered. The distance never really mattered. What mattered was the love we built in spite of it. What mattered was the connection that we nurtured, the trust we developed, and the way we made each other feel even when we were miles apart. That's what made the distance bearable. That's what made the love worth it. Love across time zones isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. But sometimes, the greatest love isn't the one that's right in front of you. It's the one that stretches across the miles, that grows stronger with every message, with every call, with every moment you spend waiting for the next time you'll be together. And when that time finally comes, it's not just the end of the distance. It's the beginning of something even stronger. Something that can withstand any challenge, any separation. I'm Lucy, and this is Unsaid Love.